Hello my dear students, how are you? Students, you are most welcome. In this next video, this is the video series of chapter number 8, how do organisms reproduce for 10th class. So students, in this video we are going to discuss about the sexual reproduction. In earlier video we have completed the asexual reproduction and different modes of asexual reproduction. So students, now let's discuss about this sexual reproduction. Do you know students, sexual reproduction, it is the reproduction or it is the mode of reproduction in which two parents are required which form male and female gamete. They fuse to form zygote. Zygote further divided by the cell division and it form the embryo. Embryo gets developed into fetus. Then after all it takes birth. Got it? So students, this is the process. So students, to make it easy, I am going to this whole process divide into three categories or three steps. What these are? Students, you know, we can categorize this whole process in three events. What these are? Structure and events. Structure and events. What these are events? These known as pre-fertilization event. Pre-fertilization events. Okay, so these are pre-fertilization events. Next one is the fertilization. So students, next or last one is the post-fertilization events. Post-fertilization events. Got it? So here we will study about these three events: pre-fertilization events, fertilization, and then post-fertilization events. Got it? So first discuss about the structure and events in pre-fertilization events. What these are? So here we will study pre-fertilization events. Pre-fertilization events. So here students, you know, we will discuss about the structure of male reproductive part and structure of female reproductive part of human. So here first we will discuss about the structure of male reproductive part. Okay, in this one we will study main three steps. What they are? Structure of reproductive part. Okay, male and female part. So a reproductive part, the structure of reproductive part. Next, formation of gamete. Formation of gametes. Next one, transfer of male gamete. Okay, so these are three parts or three steps in pre-fertilization events we will study. So here first is structure of male reproductive part, then structure of female reproductive part, then formation of male gamete, and then formation of female gamete. Okay, so here we will discuss structure of male reproductive part. Student, do you know each reproductive part has two type of organs. What these are? Accessory organ and necessary organ. So male reproductive part also has accessory reproductive organ and necessary reproductive organ. So what they are? Let's discuss. You know, it is divided into accessory reproductive organs and second one is necessary reproductive organs. Okay, so we will discuss in detail in these two parts of reproductive part. So students, accessory reproductive part and necessary reproductive part, what they are? So here we will discuss that all the glands, ducts, okay, glands and ducts are known as accessory reproductive part, okay, but necessary reproductive part of male human is testes. Testes, got it? So this is necessary reproductive part. Why these are calling so accessory and necessary reproductive part? Because students, all the glands, ducts, these play indirect role in the gamete formation or in sexual reproduction, but testes play direct role. How it played direct role? Because it forms the male gamete which is fused with female gamete. That is why it is the necessary reproductive part of male human. Okay, so let's draw the structure of male reproductive part. So here students, you know, testes are found in human, male human. The one pair of testes are found, okay, and these one pair of testes are enclosed inside the membranous sac which is known as scrotum. Okay, so here let's discuss. So suppose these are the testes. These are the testes of human. You know, these testes are surrounded by a scrotum. Okay, so this is scrotum and this is testes. Got it? So here students, you know, each testes has the duct which is each testis has the duct which conducts the what? Which conducts the male gamete. Okay. So here also one duct may arise. What is it? So here students, you know, this is testes, this is known as epididymis. Epididymis, okay, and epididymis, this is the broader sac-like structure in which coil tube is formed. It is coil tube, inside it, just like it, coil tube is kept here. So this tube opens in the narrow tube. This is known as Vasa efferentia. Vasa efferentia, okay. Then this duct becomes broader and this is known as vas deferens. Vas deferens. Vas deferens. Vasa efferentia gets broader. This is known as vas deferens. Got it? Vas deferens. When two glands, these glands are known as what? These are the seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle. So these two seminal vesicles are found. So two seminal vesicles when connected with this vas deferens, then this duct is known as what? This is known as ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct. Got it? So this is ejaculatory duct. And ejaculatory duct, it opens in the urethra. You know, urethra, it is the urinary bladder. Upper side, at upper side, urinary bladder is formed. So this is the urethra. And these vas deferens, these hanged on the ureters. So there is not sufficient space, that is why I made these vas deferens which is shorter. Okay. So this is ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct opens in the urethra, and urethra opens in the urethral opening. Urethral opening. ठीक है? So this is, you are looking here. This is like this, and it is also known as the penile opening. So this is penis. Inside the penis, the duct-like structure is found. This is known as what? Urethral duct. Okay, so this urethra opens in the urethral opening, and it is also known as the penile opening. Okay, so here one gland is found. So you are looking this one. This is triangular gland. This triangular gland is known as, you are looking here, this triangular gland. This triangular gland is what? Prostate gland. Prostate gland. So this is prostate gland. So you are looking here, prostate gland, and below the prostate gland, two glands are situated. These are smaller in size. These are known as what? Copper's gland. Copper's gland. Got it? So here, students, this is the structure of male reproductive part. Structure of male reproductive part. Got it? So here, inside the male reproductive part, mainly testes play the direct role. I told you earlier that here. Got it? So this is the male reproductive part. So let's discuss how gametes are formed in male reproductive part. Gamete formation, the formation of male gamete. Formation of male gamete. It is called what? Spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis. Got it? So this is spermatogenesis. In spermatogenesis, why it is called spermatogenesis? Because formation of gamete is known as the gametogenesis, and spermatogenesis, it is the formation of sperm, which is the male gamete. So male gamete is sperm, that is why this process is known as spermatogenesis. Where does it occur? It occurs inside the testes. Which is the site inside the testes the spermatogenesis occurs. So let's discuss. Here the testes inside, it is divided into several lobules. So these are the lobules of testicular lobules. These are called testicular lobules. So here, this is coil tube. This is coil tube present inside these lobule is known as seminiferous tubule. What is it called? Seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule. So this is seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule is the tube-like structure. Inside it, sperms are formed. Got it? So let's discuss how sperms are formed. Seminiferous tubule. Inside the seminiferous tubule, meiosis. Meiosis is the cell division. Meiosis division occurs. So after meiosis, one cell of the ball of seminiferous tubule. Seminiferous tubule just like this. So this is tube-like structure which is coiled. So inside the seminiferous tubule, the wall of seminiferous tubule, it has the number of cells. Okay. So these cells are known as germ cells. Germ cells. So when meiosis occurs, germ cell converted into one germ cell converted into 4 daughter cells. So 4 daughter cells Okay, so these 4 daughter cells are known as sperms after development. Sperms. Okay, so one germ cell can form 4 daughter cell which are 4 sperms. Got it? So sperms are formed inside the testes, and from these testes sperms moves inside the epididymis. So here these sperms stores and developed in epididymis. They stores for some time, then after they moves in the vasa efferentia. From vasa efferentia they moves toward the vas deferens. Then vas deferens, here only these are cells. Sperms are like this one. So let's discuss the structure of sperm. This is the structure of sperm. Here this is the head of sperm and this is the nucleus. Here the nucleus of sperm is found. Inside the tail, this is the tail. Here mitochondria are present inside the sperm tail, or this is the neck region. Inside this one mitochondria are present. So due to the presence of mitochondria, tail works. Okay, so with the help of tails it moves in these ducts. Okay, so here sperm moves epididymis to here vasa efferentia to vas deferens to ejaculatory duct. Here after reaching in ejaculatory duct it becomes slimy. Slimy means it is the slimy substances. It is in liquid form because seminal vesicle and Purkinje glands makes the background or the fluidy background of these sperms. Okay, so these are in the liquid form. So fluidy substance is formed. This is known as semen. What is the term? Semen. So in semen these sperms are found. So semen here ejaculates in this urethra. Okay, before ejaculation of the semen, this Copper's gland make the urethra slimy. Makes the urethra slimy. That is why sperms moves frequently towards the urethral opening. Got it? So this is the semen and this is the structure of sperm. This is head, this is tail of sperm. So students, I think it is clear to you that what is the reproductive part of male human and how gamete or sperm is formed inside the male reproductive part. Got it? So let's discuss now about the female reproductive part. So students, now let's discuss about the structure of female reproductive part. Female reproductive part of human. And just we have discussed that what is the structure of male reproductive part in human and how sperms are formed inside that structure. Okay, so let's discuss about the structure of female reproductive part. First we will draw the female reproductive part. So students, these structures are very important. You must practice on the diagram, because if you will practice the diagram, then your study becomes easy, because with the help of diagram, if it is clear in your mind, then definitely you will remember all the things related with the concept. Got it? So students, here we are discussing that one. This is the female reproductive part. So students, one more important thing I want to tell you, that you are just studying here for the knowledge, not for the entertainment. Okay, so keep it in your mind that each and everything I am telling you, this is the knowledge. Don't go to another way or don't understand that this is the entertainment. Okay, so here not entertainment, this is the study. So be concentrated and be serious toward the study, otherwise you will get the knowledge but it is not the stable knowledge. Got it? So here I want to tell you, just like we have discussed in male reproductive part, also in female reproductive part there are two types of organs are found. What they are? these are the accessory and necessary reproductive organs. So accessory and necessary reproductive organs, these are the two organs. So students, what are the accessory reproductive organs in the human female? What are the accessory reproductive organs? Accessory reproductive organs are the glands and ducts, you know. So all glands and ducts are present here, are known as the accessory reproductive organ. Got it? But the ovaries play a very important role. Ovaries are the necessary reproductive organ of human female. Got it? So necessary reproductive part of human females are ovary, just like human male. So this is the structure of human female reproductive part. So you are looking here, what this one? This is ovary, okay, and this one, this is the finger like projection. These are looking, you are looking here, these are the fimbriae, and this portion is known as what? This is known as infundibulum. Infundibulum, okay. So here this is the bending portion of the, this one, this duct, the bending portion of this duct, this is the what? This is ampulla, and this is the straight portion of this duct, this is isthmus. Got it? So these three portion of duct makes this duct is known as what? Oviduct. What is it? Oviduct. And this is also known as kya? Fallopian tube. Got it? So student, this is the fallopian tube or oviduct you are looking here. So one oviduct at this side, one oviduct at that side, one left and one right side, because human female has one pair of ovaries which are situated one left and one right. Okay. So this is the middle structure, you know, this is the uterus. What is it? Uterus. Here you are looking, this one is uterus. In uterus, three layers are formed. What these are three layers? These three layers you are looking here, one is at the outer and another one is the inner, and one another is this one you are looking here, this one is the middle. So one outer one is known as the perimetrium, and middle one is myometrium, and inner one is endometrium. Got it? This is the canal portion you are looking where the uterus is ending. This is known as what? Cervix. And this is the inside, this is known as the uterine cavity, and this is, you are looking here, this is the upper portion of uterus. Okay. So here this is overall structure of the what? Female reproductive part of human female. So students, I think it is being clear to you. So students, you are looking here, this is overall structure. I think it is being clear. So let's discuss how female gamete is formed inside that one, you know. So in ovary also, ovary has the ovary wall. So inside the ovary wall, you know, the ovary wall contains the number of cells. These cells are known as what? Germ cell. Germ cells. So these germ cells undergoes meiosis and forms what? And forms one ovum. So this is the female gamete is ovum or egg. Germ cell undergoes meiosis and forms one ovum, but it is the confusion that one meiosis completed in human male germ cell, then 4 sperms are formed, but here one germ cell undergoing the meiosis and only one ovum is formed. So it will be clear in 12th class students, because it is deeper. So I want to tell in a brief that one cell when divides, two cells are formed, one is a smaller cell and one is larger cell. This is known as the polar body. So this is polar body, and this again divides because meiosis first is completed here and meiosis second is start. So here one bigger one and one smaller one, this is also known as the polar body. So these two polar body does not involve in the fusion of gametes or does not participate in the fertilization. Only this broader one, this is known as what? This is ovum or egg. So only one ovum is formed after meiosis by germ cell, one germ cell. So this one is germ cell. So what is the ovum? Ovum is the female gamete. So students, I think it is clear to you that female gamete is formed inside the ovary, which released at the time of menstruation. So you know, at every 14th day of the menstrual cycle, menstrual cycle, this ovum or this egg is released from the ovary at here in fallopian tube, which is captured by the infundibulum, and it moves because the inner wall of fallopian tube has the cilia, and these cilia helps in the movement of egg. So egg moves toward the uterus. Okay, so you know, here eggs move toward the uterus at during this movement. During this movement, when it reaches to this junction, isthmus and ampulla. So this junction, this point is known as the ampullary isthmus junction. So this junction is very important when it reached at here. So at this time, if any sperms comes at here, then this egg gets fertilized. Got it? So you know, this fertilization takes place at where? Here. So we will discuss in detail in which event? Fertilization events. Okay, now we are studying about the pre-fertilization event. So okay, so here I want to tell you one thing, that in the menstruation, what occurs in the menstruation at the time of egg release, you know, the endometrium, it becomes what? It becomes mature and proliferated. So it becomes thicker, just like this one. So it becomes thicker. If fertilization takes place after the releasing of ovum, then this endometrium gets persist. It remains as such. If fertilization does not take place, then what happen? This endometrium gets degenerated and it's slugged off. So these tissues and these blood vessels are found. Some blood vessels are found in that one. So blood vessels gets ruptured. So these tissues degenerated from here, and this egg get mixed in this fluid, and this fluid comes out in each menstruation. You know, in human female, in each menstruation the fluid comes out from the body. This fluid is known as the menstrual fluid. So this is menstrual fluid. It comes out from the body at each menstruation. It occurs every month. You know, it occurs every month, and in 1 month only one ovary is functional. In next month, this ovary will be prepared and next ovary is functional. Next egg is released in next ovary. Okay. So this is the process. We will discuss also in detail about the menstruation. So friends, this video is going too long. So it's enough for this video. Thank you for watching this video. Friends, if you are liking the video, comment in comment box and also subscribe and share. Thank you.